Thank you, Ms. Toastmaster. Good morning, Toasties. I'd like to start my speech with a small disclaimer that I wouldn't ordinarily wear this fine Coast Guard jacket without the usual get-up. Ron's already called me out on that. Thank you, Ron. But in the interest of a visual aid, comfort, and being a pump-loving princess, I decided for today it's okay, and that's because I don't mind taking a risk. My changing points and the people involved in those changing points are what has shaped the person I am today and what's most important to me. And that's my career, family, and friends. In my career, I've reinvented myself at least 4 times already. Kind of like a Madonna, right? My family and I have deep Southern roots encompassing the true meaning of Southern hospitality, even with marvelous cooking. I like to think of myself as a true Southern belle. I even have the last name to match. Not a lot of people can say that. My friends are my extended family here, and they're what anchors me to St. Pete, and have anchored me for 8 years. So you might be thinking, out of all the times that I've changed up my career, why did I choose to talk about the Coast Guard? And that's because I didn't just join the Coast Guard to reinvent myself. It's the one thing that reinvented me. I drove down 9 hours back in May of 2007 to join the Coast Guard. I had just bought a brand new 2-door Honda, and I remember getting to the Howard Franklin right around sunset that day, and it was so beautiful. The sun was just glowing illustriously over the flat water. And I remember thinking, I have arrived. This is beautiful. It is party time. So I get down to Station St. Pete, and I literally had so much junk in my trunk, I could not get the trunk of my new car open. I resolved that problem the next day, and then I went on to do 4 years there as a mechanical engineer. However, one person's required to wear a lot of hats. I became a fully qualified technical boat crew member, able to tie knots in my eyes closed behind my back, which I did do for my qualification board. I overcame the challenge of becoming a maritime engineer, a federal law enforcement officer, able to handcuff people, give field sobriety tests, things like that. But of all the hats I was required to wear, search and rescue was my favorite. All the memories that I got from being an emergency responder, I will take with me forever. There was one story in particular where it was opening day of mullet season, and that's a big day here for anyone that doesn't know. We were headed 3 miles west of the Don Cesar to save a boat that apparently was taken on water. It was dark, it was windy, and the seas were rough. It was not a comfortable ride. We make the pass around the southernmost point, and I remember seeing a blanket of bright white bow lights bouncing up and down with the waves, and I just see all the boats scattered on the radar, and I'm just thinking to myself, we are never going to find the boat we're looking for. But in true Coast Guard fashion, we persevered. We found the boat we were looking for. There were 4 St. Pete locals on board, and you could see the look of determination and distress at the same time on their faces. They were so excited to see us. Their water line was probably a couple of inches, and that's because they had about 4,000 fish on board. So we told them, you're anchored out. This isn't a salvage company, so we're going to remove you from the vessel, and you can worry about your boat later. So that's what exactly we did. And the reason that stuck with me so much is because one of the guys worked downtown St. Pete. You remember I said it was party time, so I went out downtown a lot during those days. I used to see that guy all the time, and he would always treat me like royalty and tell everyone, this girl and her team saved my life. Thank you. I will always remember you. And so for me, changing a life or saving a life changed my life. Something a little more low that describes my low moments or my lowest moment in the military could probably be summed up with the phrase, if at first you don't succeed, jumping off the Sunshine Skyway Bridge is not for you. I get a little hot when I stand up here. I've done a couple table topics, and so if everyone doesn't mind, I'm just going to go ahead and take my jacket off just to save myself here a dry cleaning bill. I never told you where I was from. I'm actually from North Carolina. I'm a huge Carolina Tar Heels fan. Any Tar Heels Nations fans? Or, all right, how about college basketball in general? All right, good. I have a friend in y'all. The reason I wanted to wear this today is because sports is a big part of my life. And that first started with my dad, who started my softball team when I was about 4. We grew up watching multiple Carolina Tar Heels games. My dad was an avid basketball player, so every other weekend growing up, I was watching my dad play elite basketball. So naturally, again, sports was a huge part of my life. I played sports all year round. That was what was really important to me. I did cross country, track, and softball. In my younger years, I experimented with cheerleading and basketball. Ended up settling on the softball and the cross country. Even my 2 young nieces know Carolina Tar Heels are who they're rooting for, and they're only 10 and 3, and those 2 girls are what matters the most to me. Another reason I wanted to wear this is because this jersey reminds me of my friends. And my extended family here, one is sitting right here in the audience, Miss Toastmaster Jessica Cologne. The last time I wore this jersey, we were celebrating a Carolina Panthers win, having ourselves a little Sunday fun day. And it's those memories that I'll take with me everywhere. They take them with me every day. I cherish them. And I, as an extrovert, as she mentioned, I rely on friendships with people, and I draw my energy from those friends. And that's something that goes with me every day. Some of my most favorite memories with my friends are turning 21 in Vegas, going skydiving for my 24th birthday, and since the age of 15, at least 100 or more concerts. My personal favorite was Dave Matthews in West Palm last summer. So in sum, my career, family, and friends are what has shaped who I am today. And I'm at the point in my career where I'm facing a lot of doors of opportunity. And I'm going to go through one of them because in my mind, if I don't go, how will I ever know what's on the other side? Thank you.